this is week 4 maybe.
Okay.
So we're still new at this, and they're learning, okay, I expect responses now. I need to be confident to give my response, which is why I've tried to build in time for personal response, try to figure out what their answer is, discussing with a partner, and we've been working on learning how to get your voice heard and how to hear other people's opinions, and then discussing as a table, so by the time we come around, you should have an answer.
Okay, eyes on the bell ringer, please. Reduce your talking. Number 1. Remember, I'm giving you time to formulate answers. So when we answer the question, I expect to see lots of hands. Number 2. Do you need number 1 still?
Yeah.
Number 1. Okay, ready for number 2? Yes?
Yes.
That was one of you. There's 35 of you. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Number 2.
Tendency is to sit by the people you know, and I was discovering at the end of the semester they know 4 people, 3 people, the 3 people that sit at their table. So we try to mix it up so they get used to hearing another voice and becoming comfortable with that. Being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Take 30 seconds. Introduce yourself to the people at your table because you're sitting at people you don't know. Take 30 seconds and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm Ben. Ben had I go to Olympus.
Okay, I want to hear everybody else talking.
I'm Anthony. I go to Taylor School.
Okay. You should discuss the questions with your partner and then as a table.
I put B as well. You guys get Kimmy? But it's all about like the ribs. You got the first. Yeah, that's
Oh, are you looking over there?
Like right here.
Okay, a couple more minutes and then we're going to go on. There's only one answer for each one.
I mean, like, there's 2 answers. It's more probable.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben, why don't you actually join this group back here so you can sit down?
Sure.
Okay, I've given you time to formulate an answer individually, in a partnership, and as a table. So when we go through these, I expect to see what? Hands, absolutely. Okay. And I try to avoid calling on the same person because I've given you a chance to come up with a response. Even if your answer is, I'm not sure, can I look at my notes? That's at least a response. And so you have a chance to come up with something else to respond with.
Okay, be ready? Yes, no? Yes? All right, let's jump to number 1. What would be a medical term for stomachache? Let's see some hands. What do we have? I see 3 hands. I need more hands. What do we have for stomachache? Be ready to be called on. Table 8. What do you guys have for stomachache? Say it loud.
Gastrosis.
Yeah, thank you. I like that. I see how you got there. What do we have that means pain? Algia. So, how do we feel about gastralgia? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thumbs up if that makes sense. Okay, gastralgia. I absolutely know how you got to gastrosis because osis is disease, right? Okay, cholecystenteric. Let's see some hands. What do you guys have for this? Excellent. Kevin, what do you have? Gallbladder and intestines. Let's break this one down. Where is our suffix? Where do we put our first slash? IC. Perfect. Where do we go on the front? Col and then perfect. Okay, what would be a medical term for disease of the bone? Let's see some hands. Natani.
Osteopathy?
Beautiful. Osteopathy. Somebody raise their hand and tell me, what other ways can bone appear besides just os? Os or oste? Ossie. There's a whole bunch of ways, right? So we got to be aware when we're seeing those forms that it is bone.
Yeah, and this, I mean, when we first started, I ask a question and there's maybe 2 hands that go up and it's the same 2 kids every time. We started from the first day with basic questions. I mean, things like, how many of you guys figured out when the bus to come from your school to GTI? Do you guys know what time to get the bus? Okay, I expect to be serious responses because you're all here. You all caught the bus. Yeah. And we just start out building with these small questions up to other questions that kind of help them make that connection. And I mean, it's a slow process. Some days are better than others.
Sure.
So, but they're getting better to where they know, okay, I need to have a response.
Okay, I will tell you I'm correcting, and right now, table 8, bring it in. Right now I'm seeing a little more issues with building words. Things are getting harder, right? Questions are getting harder, right? Okay, so one thing for today. We're going to do our gallery walk like we've done before. We're going to answer questions. These questions might be a little more difficult. Your options for response. I don't know is not an option. Okay? We're moving on. We're building. These are your 4 options. May I look at my notes? Absolutely. That's why we take notes, right? May I have more time to think? Yes. Thinking is good. Okay. May I talk to a friend? Of course. See what you guys can come up with. And can you repeat the question? Absolutely happy to repeat the question.
We're kind of building the first couple units. I don't know is an acceptable response because we're still learning. But from here going forward, those 4 options on the board, that's what you can say. And we'll come back to you to see if you can actually get an answer.
All right, hyperemia. Let's see some hands on this one. What do we have? Table 1, I'm going to call on you since no one's raising your hands. What do you guys have for hyperemia? What do you think? Okay, take a minute and think about it. I'll come back to you. Let's go. Keep raising your hands. What do we have over here?
Above normal blood pressure.
So close. Thank you. What do you have, Ben?
High amount of blood.
High amount of blood. Great. Anything? Let's see. Table 2. What do you guys have?
High amount of blood flow to this organ.
High amount of blood flow. Table 1. You guys have something? Say it loud, Calissa. High blood pressure. So we've got a couple of options here.
So, and allowing them to find the answers for themselves and figure it out and maybe even fail a little bit helps prepare them, because things aren't as flexible in college. We're a little more flexible in high school, but kind of building that and holding them responsible, I think makes a big difference. So they realize we're serious, and being consistent and allowing them to know this is what's expected of us, and we're going to hold you to those standards, I think makes a big difference for kids.